Helen Hayes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The first engagement event on the Windrush scheme took place on Friday in Brixton, just outside my constituency. It was called at just a day's notice. It was not publicised systematically, and I received an email late on Friday evening informing me of that event. It's simply not meaningful engagement, and frankly it isn't treating the community affected by this scandal with respect. The application form requires a very high level of proof. For example, receipts from hostel accommodation used in the event that someone was made homeless. This is comparable to the burden of proof which led many Windrush citizens to be wrongly denied their rights in the first place. Will the Minister agree to review the scheme to ensure that it works for Windrush citizens, is accessible to all and delivers the justice and recompense to which they are entitled? And will she undertake genuinely meaningful engagement, properly publicised, in the communities that are most affected?
Minister.
The Honourable Lady makes an important point about publicity surrounding events and the importance of doing that in a meaningful way. I am conscious that we have a schedule of events planned, but I am never happy when I think that information is provided at too short notice, so I will undertake to make sure that does not happen and that not only members but affected members of the community are given adequate information of when events will take place. We did design the application form and the scheme in consultation with members of the Windrush generation and sought to make it as straightforward as possible. And of course there will be sections which will be relevant to some claimants and not to others. And it's certainly, I hope, clear that people are not expected to fill in every single section of the form. Where they are asked for evidence, that is, if evidence is available, and the Home Office is determined to work alongside individuals to make sure where evidence is not available, that people are assisted either to find it or directed towards the tariff route where evidence will not be required to the same extent. And I think it's important that we get the balance right, but the Honourable Lady has made some important points which we will certainly take on board.